And now we have learned the rates are going up again, and it's an even bigger increase. This is the Michigan Catastrophic Claims Association. They pay for lifetime benefits for people severely injured in auto accidents. They're charged a fee by insurance companies. That gets passed down to policyholders. Right now, you're paying $192 a year for every vehicle you insure. That's going up to $220 on July 1st, an increase of $28. Again, that is per vehicle, and that is a 14% increase. In 2018, your cost went up 13%. State Senator Pete Lucido back with us tonight to share his thoughts on this new rate hike.
And before you get going, we want to make it very clear that we actually invited the director of the Michigan Catastrophic Claims Association. His name is Kevin Clinton. We asked him to join us today, but he hasn't returned our calls. So Pete will begin right now with you and ask you the question that everyone wants to know, which is not just, are you mad? Because clearly you are. What can we do about this?
We can go ahead and make sure our lawmakers, every one of them in Lansing, understands that this is not acceptable. We can't afford the car insurance alone, let alone these increases. There's $23 billion sitting in the Michigan Catastrophic Claims Association for any claims that are in July. It's going to be over $580,000 that we have coverage under our own policy. Why do they need more when there's $23 billion? They get over $1.5 billion a year in interest. They take in over $1.4 billion in premium. They're only paying out $1 billion. Who do they think they're kidding at this point? And I know the governor's asked for an investigation. She wants to have an audit now. Finally, we open those books and we go ahead and make sure the taxpayers are protected, because every lawmaker needs to do their job, and that's this. Make sure that their people that they're protecting, which are their constituents, are not overpaying.
Well, and the governor today releasing a statement saying that she wants that audit of the association tonight. She says in part that Michiganders deserve to know why they're being forced to shell out hundreds of dollars in these additional fees for car insurance, which is why, she says, I am ordering an audit to provide drivers with the transparency they deserve. And Pete, you want to see not only an audit, but you want to take this thing further.
Yeah, I think that there needs to be a hearing by the DIFS director, the Department of Insurance and Financial Services. The DIFS director, Anita Fox, needs to go ahead, hold them accountable, that which is charging us these premiums, and says, how do you come up with your rate? How do you go ahead and justify this additional money of $220 into a fund on a premium of a family that can't afford insurance and still have more in the fund? That's what's necessary. Remember, Governor Engler said when he was around, with $5.4 billion, the fund was over bloated. There was too much money in the fund, and we had additional Michiganders.
And now look at where it's gone to. MCCA officials, they testified before a Senate committee earlier in the month, and they made it clear when they were asked why it is that the rates are going where they're going. They said, look, first of all, we dispute the anti-transparency accusations, which, again, the governor is saying they want to lift that, while arguing that it was waste and fraud in the medical system that's driving up insurance costs. Any truth to that in your opinion?
My opinion is this: until we get them to the table and allow them to be under oath, subject to cross-examination and under penalty of perjury, the taxpayers, the ones that are making the rates in these funds, have no transparency as to where it is these funds are, who is managing the funds, how much they're making, how much are the cost of all of the expenses in this fund. And at the end of the story is, if they're overexpending those expenses, we the taxpayers are the ones that are paying for this. Look, let's face it, at the end of the day, we all want unlimited medical. But at the end of the day, are we overpaying that which they're giving us?
All right. Well, more to come for this on this, we know.
Oh, you betcha.
You're going to be getting to it tomorrow, right? All right.
State Senator Pete Lucido, keep us updated every step of the way. We'll be talking to you very, very soon.
I promise.
Thanks for coming in tonight.
Thanks.